The theme of today's video is what should you do about your training when you fall sick? And this is a very good question because sickness, it happens to everyone. Of course, if you prioritize your health and fitness like we are here, then the chances of you falling sick does decrease, but it can still happen. So whether you're feeling sick right now or you're watching this maybe just so you know what to do in the future in case that day does arrive, then keep watching because I am going to cover this question for you. So there's a few ways I can take this down, but the first thing I want to say is that recovery needs to be your biggest priority. And if that means taking some time off, then take some time off. Do not hesitate. Now, I understand it can sometimes feel quite tough to take some time off, especially if you've been training for a while now, because there's this like illogical part of our head that sometimes makes us feel like we're going to regress, we're going to lose our progress, we're going to lose everything we worked for. Whereas this is not the case. And in fact, trying to plow through your sickness, for lack of a better word, is actually quite ironic because if anything, it could make it worse, which therefore means you're going to, again, be sick for longer, which is never nice because you're not giving your body the opportunity to recover. But again, you're not going to be going into your training sessions feeling as good for even longer. And you're just going to basically give yourself a harder time. So recovery needs to be number one. And like I said, if you need to take some time off, then take it. Do not hesitate. Now, the second point I want to emphasize on this video is when it comes to sickness, do what you can. So if you can't train, but you still feel like you can get your steps in, so you don't feel like you have to be completely sedentary, then just go for steps, go for walks, that's fine. If you feel like you're so sick that you can't even go for a walk, which it does happen, then maybe just focus on your nutrition. If you're maybe so sick that you don't have an appetite, then just do what you can. There is also always something that we can do. And if you genuinely feel like there is nothing you feel like you can do right now, and you really just need to completely take some time off everything, then do that too. Don't hesitate, okay? Like I said, recovery needs to come number one. And below that, if there is something you still feel like you can do, then go for that. Now, the third point that I think I can mention on this is, and this isn't medical advice, and this is just something I usually like to do for myself. So I'm not telling you to do this, but I like to do this for myself, and it's always worked quite well for me, is when it comes to sickness, if it's something from the neck up, then quite likely I'm still going to train. If it's something from the neck down, depending on how severe it is, then I'm probably just, going to skip the gym and take some time off. And when I say the neck up, it's probably like a toothache or a headache. That doesn't stop me from training. I can still do my training sessions. But if it's something from the neck down, maybe I'm feeling quite weak on a particular day because maybe I had a cold or something, then again, I'm going to take some time off and maybe not force it because I've learned my lesson before. And when I have forced it, I've always ended up feeling sick for even longer or just made it worse. So again, that wasn't medical advice, but it's always something I like to think about for myself when it comes to my own training. Make of that what you will. Anyway, I do hope you found this video helpful. Any questions on the back of it, of course, just send over an email. And otherwise, just keep crushing your fitness journey. And otherwise, take care, and I'll see you around.